I'm happy to greet all of you. Myself, the ambassador of YAHOSHUAH Elia. I glorify beloved Father YAHVAH personally, and I glorify YAHOSHUAH personally as well. We are now back to the teaching, a new teaching. For today, it's the number 1. For this packet of teaching that we are offering, so that this world are listening. So I wish you, YAHOSHUAH bless you all while listening to this teaching. And I call all of you, I invite all of you, let's follow the word. Let's listen to the teaching. The title is YAH YAHVAH is the true name of the God of Abraham, and the others are fake, obviously. So that is what we are going to prove, and I hope that you all are so happy at home, following and listening, watching this teaching. What makes the name YAHVAH true? First of all, that God of Abraham. The God of Abraham, he is Hebrew. And he gives birth to Ishmael and Isaac. And after that, God, or the Elohim for Israel, that is the meaning of, that is the God for Israelian. So he made a declaration that it's in the descendants to Isaac that people will know him. He's going to go there. We're not going to get into that first, but let's see first what is the name. And it's after that that we're gonna see who know him. After that, who know him, and we know that the fact of knowing him ends to Moshe. Mois for the others, Moses or Musa for Muslims, and we're going to see all the words that Abraham said about his name. So we're going to see a date when Abraham existed and when Moshe existed, because these both of them mention the name. We can say that Moshe was a great grand son. We can say that it's in a fifth descendants. If we would say that it was 100 years, the average of living time for people out there, so we can say that he was in the fifth descendants. So let's see the story in what year that Abraham and Moshe existed, because they met with that God first. They mentioned the name of that God. So let's see what year they called that God and in which book they existed. So obviously the book where we can find them are in the Israeli book. And it's already in minus 2,000 years, approximately. It's in, but let's take a look at that. According to the researchers, wise people, they already know the situation in what years Abraham existed. We are going to take a look at that. Wait a moment. We are going to make it slowly. and you are following. I'm going to make it slowly how the story went and when it is shown. Yeah, but before that, I'm telling you that Abraham, it's him who met God first. I have given you the date, as I said to you. It was in minus 1,800 years. Yes, that's where we're going to see. We're going to watch that. Approximately minus 2,000 years. And Moshe, he was in minus 1,500 years. Yeah, the story was long ago, but we're going to see it in which year exactly that story went. And it's Abraham who called out God first. And he, as he is Hebrew, as he is Jews, as he is Israeli, he gives birth to Israelian. So it's in the Israelian that we can find that. So we're going to we're going to follow the story. So we have to make it accordingly. I'm going to tell you that going to prove to you that Abraham is so long ago, so as Moshe, and it's both of them who called that God. And we're going to see what are the God that they called, and we're going to see also that the God that they have called is YAHVAH. Sorry, and in the Moshe's period, it becomes YAH YAHVAH. So it is well established. The name YAHVAH, the God of Abraham. He hates sin. He's the one who hates sins and who hates sinners. That's what he is mentioned in Isaiah 59 verse 1 and 2. Isaiah 59 verse 1 and 2. Father Yahvah's hand is not short and his ears are not dull, but he hears. The God of Moshe is the God of Abraham. Because they are the Israel prophet. Abraham is the ancestor of Israel. It's Israeli people who really get along with God. And that's why you can find the story of Abraham in the book of Israel, not in another book, but it's in an Israeli book. So everyone want to see that. So let's see. We're going to say together who is the real name of the God of Abraham. And we're going to prove that is it really YAH YAHVAH? We're going to prove that for today. And there is no one who knows that God except Abraham and Moshe. And Moshe is called Moise or Moses for the others, or Musa for Muslims. And it's also him who called that name YAH YAHVAH. We're going to see that together. So the fact that we enter in Moshe, we must look at the descendants of Abraham. Where did the words of God go? After Abraham, where did it go? And then after, where did it go? And you know that it's when it comes from Abraham and go to Isaac. And the one who know that story is Israelian again, because it's Moshe who wrote all the story of Abraham. Moshe, he is a great grandson. And it's him who wrote that. And arriving to the fact of knowing the name YAH YAHVAH. And let's give the proof now. We're going to look at, if you have Larousse, it's kind of an encyclopedia, where the words of these researchers, and yeah, Abraham, it's already so long ago. So here there is an Abraham here, above here, and there is an encyclopedia here. Encyclopedia Abraham. So we are talking about Abraham. This article is part of the file dedicated to Judaism. So it's really Jews who really get that story, because it's a kind of Jews that we are talking about, and Abraham is Jews. It's a descendant. It's an ancestor of Jews. So it's in what year that Abraham existed. So what is here? Patriarch of the Hebrews, 19th century. It's minus, yeah. It's 19th century before 0 year. Yeah, it's minus 1900 where Abraham existed. Who is the ancestor of Israelian? It's in minus 1900, and some give precision, exact, accurate time. So as we can see it, it's minus 1812. If we are going to take a look at this situation, in the Hebrew calendar, Jewish tradition is based on the Midrash Seder Olam Rabbah, which fixes the birth of the patriarch in the year 1948 after creation, or 1812 before the year. Before the year 0. So yeah, arrange well the picture here, Valerie, because it is in a mess. Okay, I'm talking about the picture that I watch, not the picture which is broadcasted at home. So the what we have seen in the Larus Wikipedia, everybody says that it's minus 9, approximately at minus 1900 that Abraham existed. So no one is before him. So how Abraham called his God? Because it's in the Jewish Bible that who got that God? That is the Sefer Torah of Jews, and the Sefer Torah is the book that Moshe wrote, and it's in that book that that the story of Abraham existed, because he's in the minus 2000 years, or minus 1900. So let's see the story in the Sefer Torah of Jews, because he is the most ancient, and no one has that book except the Israelian. All the books are later. For example, the Muslims book, it's in plus 600 that the Muslims book existed. That means that it's late. It's so long after the last Israeli prophet was born, because the last Israeli prophet, his name is YAHOSHUAH. The last Israeli prophet is called YAHOSHUAH. The last Israeli prophet is YAHOSHUAH, and people set up in year 0, and people change it into Jesus Christ or Jesus Christ. It's a fake God. It's a God of Greek. It's not the God of Israelian, but it's the God of Greek that people invented. It's not the Israelian God. That is it. And it's after the year 0 that Muslims wrote their book, so that means that they are late. It must be an original source that we must look for, and it's in minus 2000 years. Even though you're going to do research, you're going to see that it's always between minus 1900 to 1000 to 500 approximately, and we can do the research. But here some say that it's in the minus 1812 for those who really did research, and we can make that research, but we are not going to do some research here. But he is the one who is the most ancient to know that God, and no one can deny that. And the one who got the most ancient book talking about that is Moshe also, or Moise or Moshe. Abraham, we can say that he is the great grandpa, and after he gives Moise or Moses for English, or Musa for Muslims. And he was in minus 1,500. I'm talking about Moshe. So let's look for the birthday of Moshe. We're gonna take it approximately. So he's in the Bible, his name. The Moshe is a Jewish name. So here we can see